Once upon a time, in the vast African savanna, hidden away in a secluded den, a lioness gives birth to you, blind, helpless, just a tiny ball of fur, unaware of the brutal world outside. And here's your starting point. This little guy, blind, completely helpless, and soft as a marshmallow. Not exactly the king of the jungle yet, huh? A lioness usually has 1 to 4 cubs. More cubs mean better odds that at least one survives. But it also means more fighting over food. And trust me, when it comes to food, lion siblings do not play fair. A week has passed since your birth, and for the first time, you open your eyes. Blurry shapes, dim light, but slowly the world starts to take form. And this is what you're born into, a small hidden den. And the giant creature moving around, yeah, that's your mom. She's your only chance at survival. Meanwhile, your siblings are already getting the hang of this walking thing. And you? You have spent the last few days lying around like a lifeless bean. It's time to move. It looks easy enough, right? Just stand up and walk. No big deal. Nope, that's not happening. For now, all you have to do is drink. Your mother's milk is packed with everything you need to grow. Nutrients, antibodies, and just enough strength to try failing at walking again tomorrow. Sometimes mom goes out for hunts and comes back all bloody. But whenever she's with you, here, next to her, you're warm, you're safe. Nothing can touch you in here. But just outside, the world is waiting, and the world wants you dead.
Hello there.
Hyenas, opportunists, killers. If they catch you out there alone, you're not a future king. You're a snack. But for now, you're lucky you're still with her. And as long as she's here, nothing dares to touch you. One day, your mother brings you something different. It's not milk, it's not warm or comforting. It's meat. You have no idea what this is. It smells weird. It's tough. But then, there it is. The taste of raw flesh. Congratulations. You're officially a carnivore. The pride's survival depends on the hunt. In a lion pride, the hunting is mainly done by the lionesses. Meanwhile, the king is extremely busy, sleeping. Lion cubs start playing with each other at around 2 to 3 weeks old. Playtime isn't just fun, it's training. And as a lion cub, you don't play gently. Biting, tackling, wrestling, everything is allowed. If you can't handle a rough game now, you won't survive later. Sometimes a much stronger and bigger lion takes over your pride by defeating your father. In that case, they make sure to eliminate all the offsprings of the previous king to make sure their bloodline remains in the pride. You are lucky, and that doesn't happen in this story. You are 3 months old now. You've watched the lionesses hunt. You've practiced stalking your siblings. Now, it's your turn. You scan the terrain until you notice a small hair. You sneak up to it like a little rat. You revise all the lessons you have learned. And pounce. Oh, that did not go as planned. You missed your first attempt. But don't worry, you'll get better. Eventually. You have learned your lessons. Being a predator is not just about being scary. It is about patience and precision. Success. It's been 3 years, and now you are a big boy. Now is the time you become a little adventurous. Start hanging around the outskirts of the pride and attempt to hunt on your own. One day, you stumble upon a carcass, a free meal. But before you can take a bite, you feel it. A massive, battle-scarred lion staring straight at you. Nah, that, I'm out. At this age, your testosterone levels are high and you get aggressive. That's when your father kicks you out. You are a nomad now. You have no land, no pride. You go on looking for your own territory to claim. Finally, you found it. An unmarked land, no rivals, no dominant male. This could be yours. And so, like every great ruler before you do what must be done. You poop, you pee, everywhere. This is how lions mark their territory. You find another lion by himself, probably kicked out by his pride just like you. He looks at you. You look at him. 2 lost souls in the middle of nowhere. You could fight. You could drive him away. But what's the point? Out here, alone, means death. So instead, you walk together, hunt together, sleep under the same sky, backs against each other for protection. The one day you come across another pride, a kingdom ruled by an aging king. He has fought many battles, but his time is running out. You and your brother have grown stronger, bigger, faster. The old lion is no match for you. Within minutes, the battle is over. The king has fallen, the pride is yours. And very importantly, you have to kill all the cubs in that pride. A bit brutal, right? But game is the game. You have fought. You have survived. You have conquered. And at last, you are crowned as king. Congratulations. Now life settles down and you can kick back, relax, and enjoy being the big dog. What now? Now that you are king, your fight is far from over. With power comes responsibility. You must help the lionesses bring down bigger prey. You must stand at the borders of your kingdom, ready to defend it from challengers. Other males will come, just as you once did, hungry for a throne that is now yours. And when your own sons grow strong enough to challenge you, you must do what every king before you has done. You will drive them out, cast them into exile, just as you were once cast out. Because in the world of lions, only the strongest rule. And when lionesses are in heat, you mate frequently, up to 50 times a day. Wow, that sounds exhausting. All of this sounds like a lot of work, but you spend most of your time napping. Usually 80% of your day is sleeping just like your dad. At the age of 13, your strength fades, feels like the end is near, until one day a much stronger, bigger lion challenges you. At this point, you're old and frail, and you are no match for that young lion. You figure the best shot here is to escape. And that's it. You're kicked out of your own pride. Now you must hunt for yourself. For years, you relied on the lionesses for that. But now, you're not quite the hunting machine you used to be. You are starving. And in the distance, you spot a herd of gazelle. But even before you know, they spot you and flee. Wandering alone, weak and starving, you come across the carcass of a wild boar, your first meal in days. But then you hear that devious laughs echo in the distance. Hyenas. Outnumbered and powerless, you have no choice but to leave. While the majority of lions die of starvation and injuries from hunting and fighting, some are hunted by these weird creatures. Hunger has drained the last of your strength. Every hunt ends in failure. Every chase is shorter than the last. It has been so long since your last meal. You can barely stand. The savanna that once belonged to you now moves on without you. This is the end. It's time to go. Say your goodbyes to this world.